All right, y'all, we need to talk about trading during tough times. I've gotten so many direct messages from people during the past 2 days, and they've been very discouraged about their trading. And this is going to be a little bit of a video of encouragement, but also a practical video that you can take this information, and if you apply it, it will have an amazing effect on the way you trade and your profitability as a trader. And so I really want to discuss trading during tough times. Now, if you've recently gotten wrecked in these dumps, and we have had some significant dumps, right? We've seen Bitcoin come down in the past 2 days, 3 days, another 22%. Okay, we're currently finding some support at a naked daily point of control, but if we go to some other assets, we can see Ethereum is currently backtesting this very important green box of support now as resistance. Solana also now backtesting this very important area of support as resistance. And by the way, this is a very juicy short right here. This position that we're in right now, that is one of the trade setups that we gave in the VIP Discord in advance here. And that does bring me to a very important point, which is if you're holding any shorts, there's no reason to close them out because, well, this is not financial advice, but if you're holding shorts, you should continue to hold them because right now we are very much so in a downtrend. And if you've gotten a good entry, you are hedging yourself if we come down further. And that brings me to what to do right in this moment. Okay, right in this moment, if you have recently taken a loss or a few losses, or you've lost a lot, what should you do right now? Number one, this is not financial advice in any way, but number one, you should take a break. Take a break from trading. Do not continue to enter trades if you've taken a serious loss and you're in a negative mind space. And the reason is because negative emotions breed more negative emotions. And if you were in a bad mental state when you were trading, you are setting yourself up for losses. Personally, the way I do it is if I take a loss, I do not trade for the rest of the day. If I take a significant loss or two in a row, I take a few days off. Okay, that's my personal strategy because I always want to be in a good mindset when I'm approaching the charts. And after you take a break, the next thing you should do immediately is have a plan. Now, if you follow this channel, you know that I never enter a trade without a plan. This Solana short had a very specific plan. We went over in the VIP live stream for altcoins. We gave the setup in advance. We had a very specific plan. The plan came to fruition. Boom, we entered the trade. Massive profits, absolutely massive profit. And I'm still in the trade. But the thing is, if you are trading right now without a plan and you're flopping and groping, shout out by the way to Evan Aldo, but if you're flopping and groping, you need to chill out and come back with a very clear plan, okay? I'm also in this Bitcoin short. I'm in a few Bitcoin shorts, but again, these trades, we have the plan in advance. And I don't take a trade unless I have a plan, and those planned out trades are usually very, very successful. Now, I'm going to get more later into what you should do once you're in a trade, but right in this moment, make sure if you have gotten wrecked or you're getting wrecked, take a break, have a plan, okay? By the way, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord where we post daily technical analysis updates, as well as potential trade setups and ideas, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Great community of traders in there, guys. It's really, really nice. A great community. Okay, so when it comes to trading, there are things you can focus on, and there are things you should focus on, and then there are things that you should not focus on. And I like to break these into two categories of what people usually focus on. Now, there's two categories. There's things you cannot control, and there's things that you can control. And I find a lot of people are focusing on the things that they cannot control. So many people come to me and they say, Jason, what's an average dollar gain I should focus on if I'm going to become a trader? Or they even will ask, what's an average percent gain I should aim for if I'm a trader? Now, here's the truth. We cannot control the markets. You are not going to be able to control how much money you make per trade. You are not going to be able to control how much percentage you make per day. You are not going to be able to control the price action of the markets. If you get caught up focusing on these things, you are setting yourselves up for failure. And a lot of the people that I've talked to in the past few days are relatively newer to trading. They've had a relatively easy time when the markets are good, making money, maybe on a massive winning streak. But then they get totally wrecked when something unexpected happens. And a lot of times people are focusing on the wrong things. We should never be focused. The money should never be the focus when it comes to trading. The focus should always be the process of trading. I'm going to get into that more later, but what we need to do, especially if we're heading into some bad times, right? Especially if we're heading into some bad market times here. I don't know what's going to happen, okay? But this information applies indefinitely. We need to always focus on the things that we can control. And here's what we can control. We can control which trades we decide to enter. We can control sticking to our trading strategy. We can control using risk management, and we can control having discipline. These are the things we can control, and this is what's going to make us or break us as a trader. And the truth is, if you can come through a bad time out the other side and still be in the game, you are going to come out much better, much more refined, and you're going to be setting yourself up for success. However, if you focus on the wrong things, you are going to be one of those people that quit. And I want to encourage everybody, if you're feeling discouraged, if you're feeling like you want to quit, don't feel that way. Take this as a learning opportunity and use this as an opportunity to grow yourself as a trader, even as a person, okay? We have the ability to control what trades we enter, okay? If you don't have a plan, don't take a trade. It's that simple to say. It's hard to do, right? We can control trading our strategy. Now, the other day, I made a video about how I didn't follow my own strategy, and it led to me taking a loss. Now, that's a learning experience for me, because now I know. Well, I've always known this, right? We all know. But every time it happens, and it doesn't matter how good of a trader you are, you're going to be taking losses. We can use it as a learning experience to remember, to write it down in our trading log. Hey, this happened because I did this, and you'll keep that in the back of your mind to never do that again, right? Risk management, this is so important, okay? This is so dang important, risk management, guys. A lot of people get very confident when they are on a winning streak, and it causes them to become very lax in their risk management, right? Maybe they were risking 1% per trade, then 2% per trade, and they keep winning trade after trade, so now they're risking 10%, 25% per trade, right? This happens all the time. People start out using good risk management, they're winning trade after trade, so they up their position, risking more and more capital. And all it takes, guys, all it takes, I mean, you could have traded this whole entire chunk of price action perfectly, right? You could have taken a short here, a long here, short here, a long here, a short here, a long here, a short here, and using good risk management. And then if you just longed right here with this wick we got to the upside, and you're risking 25% of your capital, boom, you get liquidated, right? And now you're down so much money. The temptation is there now to use a large chunk of capital to revenge trade, and the vicious cycle of basically blowing your whole account begins. We need to avoid that at all costs, right? Risk management is so important, okay? Now, one aspect of risk management, which is very important, that I feel a lot of people don't address, is locking in your profits. The way I like to trade, and this is not financial advice, this is personal experience. The way I like to trade is, whenever I enter a position, I always take profit very early, and I never close the whole position, right? So, for example, I showed you the short that I'm in from right here, okay? The short that I'm in from right there is currently up right now 2,000% in profits, or was yesterday when I took some more profit out, right? A very high leverage trade. I did not have any idea how low that trade was going to go when I originally took the trade. So what I did was, when we entered the trade, I took profits very, very early. Look at this, right? We come down 1.5%. I take profits, right? 23% in profits. We come down more. Boom! Then I take even more profit out, right? 225% profits. Now, at that point, do you know what I do? I just leave the trade open with the stop loss at the entry. Because what that does is this is now guaranteeing me, when we came down to here, this was guaranteeing, stop loss right here, this is a winning trade. If I get stopped out in profit, guess what? I'm still making money. But what if this happens? Oh, man, now I'm really making money. And yes, I only have half the original position open, but here's the point. I've already locked in profit, meaning it's already a guaranteed winning trade. And now I have the potential to make a lot more money, right? And it's part of risk management, in my opinion, is taking profit early, stop loss to the entry, and then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about either closing the whole trade too early and leaving gains on the table, or leaving the whole trade open and then having it go back to your entry and getting stopped out. It's putting yourself in an advantageous situation where, you know, if at this point, literally at this point, right, 23% gain, take some partial profit out, 25% out. Worst case scenario now, I get stopped out in a very small win, basically a break even. Take profit 2 comes along. Now I'm in some nice profit, right? Let's be honest. I close my account with some nice profit after this move. Okay, take another 25-30% out of the trade. Then keep the trade open, and now, guys, this trade is in some very juicy profit, even though it's only less than half of the original position, right? This is a very important aspect of risk management. You can control these things. Now, the last thing is discipline. You can control your discipline, meaning you can control which trades you enter. You can control sticking to your strategy. You can control using good risk management. These types of things only are helpful if you have the discipline to stick to them, okay? Now, if you want and if you're interested in learning all these things, I do have a course, jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will walk you through the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader. You'll learn how to read the charts, feel confident in your trades, how to stop trading with emotion, how to use risk management. And really, guys, there's currently, actually, by the way, there's literally 3 coupons left right now for a 40% discount. 3 coupons left if you use capital L, capital O, capital V, capital E, love in all capitals. In celebration of 76,000 subscribers, there's only 3 coupons left, so if you're interested, make sure to take advantage of that. But this goes over everything you need to systematize your trading, so you have a very, very clear system of risk management, of a strategy, of discipline, so that you can actually systematize this and focus on the right things, okay? Now, I want to talk about habits as well, okay? Because habits are hard to break. Whether they're good habits or bad habits, habits are very, very, very hard to break. Now, if you're in a habit of using bad risk management, if you're in a habit of not sticking to your strategy, and things are going very good for you, it's easy to forget that you're using bad trading principles, okay? In the good times, we have to stay focused. In the good times, we have to stay focused. Over the years, have learned that even if I'm super confident in my trade, I am never going to risk more than 5% of my total trading account on one trade. Doesn't mean I'm only putting 5% on the trade. It means I'm not risking more than 5%. Most of the time, it's 1%. Whenever I get lazy with my risk management, that is when I start to take losses, right? That's happened to me so many times, right? You're on a winning streak. You've won 12 trades in a row. You decide, you know what? I'm gonna make my position size a little bit bigger. I'm gonna risk a little bit more capital. You start to do that, and you're still on a winning streak, and you get reckless, right? Next thing you know, you're making a ton of money, right? But the thing is, you can lose that money just as quick. And trading is definitely not a get-rich-quick deal, right? It's not a get-rich-quick deal. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Easy come, easy go, right? If you're making money very quickly, you can lose that money very quickly. And I know it's easy, especially for new traders, to come into this game and you see people out there like CryptoFace live streaming their trades, making tons of money, right? Making hundreds of thousands of dollars in a single night, playing video games, drinking bourbon. Here's the thing. Unless you have that kind of capital, that you can risk, you should not be focusing on making money like that, right? Because the thing is, CryptoFace can lose hundreds of thousands and not have it be a big deal. Your average person out there, if they lose hundreds of thousands, that's like their savings. That's it. They're totally out of the game. Okay? And so when we are trading, we need to focus on building habits. We need to focus on the mechanics of entering the trade. We need to focus on the process. We need to get stoked on the process of trading. When I come to the charts, I get very, very stoked on the actual process. We need to be stoked on the technical analysis more than the actual money, right? So like when I come to the charts and I'm doing my technical analysis for the day, and I'm coming up with plans and levels to take trades, right? Like this was my chart last week, or the levels I was looking to take trades. I get very excited about this. I love the process of doing technical analysis. I enjoy it, right? And we need to be excited about doing the analysis, and we need to be excited about the process of using good risk management, the process of sticking to our strategy. That should be what gets us going, not focusing on getting money. Yes, it's very euphoric when you are making a lot of money on a trade. And of course, I'm talking about fake paper money, because I am a fake paper money only trader. I do not trade real money, because again, the purpose of life is to avoid all risk at all cost. Okay, even if it's detrimental to your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health, you should never risk anything in life. Okay, if there's the possibility you could get sick, make sure to just stay in your house and don't go to work. If there's a possibility that you could lose money, make sure not to do that thing. So that's why I only trade paper money, and this is not financial advice, and I do not condone nor do I advocate trading with real money, especially leverage trading. But when you see that paper trade number going up, it's very, very euphoric. But you need to get stoked on the process. And if you know you have a weak point, make sure to focus on that weak point, right? So let's say that you do have a weak point, which is let's say you enter a trade, and for you, right, we're going to long the point of control. This is actually a bad idea. Let's say that you, let's say that, okay, so this is an actual, let's say that you longed right here, okay? Because it was support, and it was support right down here, right? And you told yourself, I'm going to risk 4% on this trade, right? We start to come down to the 4%. You're like, you know what? I'm just going to move my stop loss down a little bit to 5%. You know what? I'm just going to move my stop loss down a little bit to 7%. You know what? Price keeps coming down. You're like, I know it's going to go back up. Next thing you know, you're losing all this money, right? Your weak point is moving your stop loss down. Then for the next week, make a covenant with yourself. Say, I'm not going to move my stop loss, and focus on that. Or if your problem is you enter trades without sticking to your strategy, then for the next week, only enter trades that are for your strategy. Focus on your weak points, right? And here's something else, right? For traders who might be struggling, in the end, what are your goals with this? This is very important, because a lot of people, they come into trading because they want money. And yes, trading is very lucrative. It can be. It can also be very detrimental, where you can blow all your fake money. But the truth is, right, you have to assess your goals. Why are you coming into this? If it's for the money, I would like to suggest that there are other ways to make money that can be just as freeing and very lucrative, right? Owning some kind of other business, right? If you own a McDonald's franchise, for example, people are always going to be going to McDonald's, right? For some reason, our society that's all of a sudden so obsessed with being healthy is also very obsessed with going to McDonald's. So you can make a lot of money but doing very little work, right? You just have to like manage it, and everyone, you're the owner, and then the manager and the employees take care of everything else pretty much, right? Or you could do some other kind of longer term investing. There's so many other things to do. You have to love doing this. If you don't thoroughly enjoy this, you're not going to have a good time doing it. And again, it goes back to enjoying the process, enjoying doing technical analysis. It is very enjoyable for me, I have to say. I love it. And maybe a little bit too much. I love going into the charts. I love looking at levels and planning out trades, and the whole process I enjoy. I enjoy the whole process. It's not just about making money for me. And when the focus shifts from making money to just enjoying it, you'll actually find that the gains will come, because gains are just a byproduct of enjoying this process and getting better at this process. If you enjoy doing TA, if you enjoy working on your strategy, if you enjoy backtesting your losses and even backtesting your wins to see what happened here, what went right, what went wrong, and you enjoy that, then the byproduct of that is going to be success. If you enjoy working on discipline, if you take pride in the fact that you use good risk management, right, you're going to have success over time. And I just want to encourage you, if you've gotten wrecked in the past few days and you're contemplating giving up, first of all, if you enjoy this, if you know that this is what you want to do not give up. Do not give up. Don't give up. You absolutely can do this. I know it's possible for anybody to do this. Because if I can do it, you can do it. Because I'm not anybody special. And you guys know. And I am not even close to being the best trader out there. Not even close to being close. But I enjoy this. I enjoy doing this. And, you know, I've been able to have some really nice success doing this simply because I enjoy it. I get fired up coming to the charts, right? What you need to do is go back to the drawing board right now. Take a break. If you've taken a loss, if you've lost a lot, take it as a learning experience. It is what it is. It is what it is. There will be other trades to take. There will be other money to make. Go back to the drawing board. Have a plan. Have a very clear plan for your next trade. And then focus on the things you can control. Focus on your strategy. Focus on risk management. Focus on discipline. Focus on continued education. Focus on forming good habits. If we're actually going to enter into a serious bear market here, and we're going to enter into some times of lower volatility, these are the times that are going to build your character as a trader. These are the times that are going to build you up so that during the next time of high volatility and bull market or whatever they say, right? During those next times, you will be super prepared, and you'll have a really good time, especially if you build up these good habits now, right? So with that being said, guys, God bless everybody. In the name of Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus the Messiah, I pray everyone's super blessed. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.